going on, Pels fans? It's another night of NBA basketball. I am your host, EJ504, and welcome to the Bad Sports Show podcast in the Deep South, man. Tonight, the New Orleans Pelicans have the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors just played them last night, a game against the Houston Rockets. So they're on a back-to-back. Once again, this is actually, Sue, the second game that the New Orleans Pelicans, have to get to play a team that has already experienced a back-to-back on the Knicks. I don't know if you guys knew that the New York Knicks played a back-to-back game before they played the Pelicans. So this is a really good advantage for these Pelicans to go ahead up playing at home tonight. I heard Draymond Green is on the injury report. Supposedly he's probable with a knee injury, but you know how that goes in the NBA. A lot of these guys, especially veterans or star players in this league, they don't want to play back to backs. They'll sit there and try to find any kind of excuse to get out of these games. But yeah, guys, just about under an hour and everything. We're gonna go ahead and get you ready for this basketball game at home for these New Orleans Pelicans, who are 2-0. C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson looking great in their first two basketball games together this season, man. And also that we got some great news on the way, hearing that Najee Marshall it will be reevaluated in 2 weeks, but he's moving in the right direction. In preseason, he just had a hyperextended knee injury, so he's able to go ahead and resume basketball activities starting now. So the clock is starting for him. So hopefully by the end of these 2 weeks, at the same time, we'll see Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall back in the lineup together with these guys. Even though I feel like Matt Ryan and Jordan Hawkins have been holding it down so far, and I'm gonna throw in Dyson Daniels as well, has been holding it down for these New Orleans Pelicans in key spots and key moments so far. I know you guys are kind of as well wondering where's Ever 504. He has trucking sometimes during the week and everything. If he's able to go ahead and catch us live and everything right now, you'll see him later on in the show and everything, where he'll pop on and everything to come, join us and everything. But if you're watching and you're in the background and you're with us and you want to go ahead and join the panel, look, you can always, I got the link up. It's right there in the chat. Go ahead and just click the link. You'll be right here with me on the panel, talking tonight's game. But guys, I kind of want to start this, this pregame show, and I kind of want to, talk about a couple of things that has kind of been changing around New Orleans right now as far as basketball is concerned. I know in the NBA, I know everyone has heard, or at least they should have heard, that the NBA now is doing an in-season tournament now. So now they've done a thing where, hey, now we're going to keep things competitive in the regular season. We're going to sit there and have these guys at least, feel more competitive, feel like they're playing for something instead of, do what they always do in today's age, which is they play around and they don't take none of these first part of the regular season regular season games seriously. You see a lot of our star players in the NBA, they take a lot of risks, and they use excuses, injuries as excuses, to not play in these games. Well, using this little NBA in-season tournament this year is a way to go ahead and to help all of that. So me bringing that up, I kind of wanted to mention exclusively for the Pels that I don't know if you guys noticed. I kind of put it in on our YouTube page. If you haven't seen it already, I know Twitter has seen it a bunch. and everything. And I kind of put it in our Facebook group chat. But I don't know if you guys really noticed out there, but the New Orleans Pelicans are getting new voodoo uniforms, and also the court is voodoo. I saw all the courts, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at the Pelicans court, I'm actually really excited about it. It's different. It may not be uh, where let's just say it's not the most uh, coolest thing, or I guess what Pelicans fans would have expected. But I'm gonna say it like this: it's unique. It's unique to the city. In New Orleans, we got a bunch of culture. We have a bunch of what we like to call voodoo going on around. So um, I think it's very nice and unique to the city of New Orleans, and it's something different that Pelicans fans have sat there and has really asked for. We always do the same old Mardi Gras stuff. Look, I got the Mardi Gras jersey on tonight. I got CJ McCollum, purple jersey on right now. But look, I'm just saying, usually that's the route we go, and trust me, we love Mardi Gras New Orleans. We love, Mardi Gras culture. We love it. We love carnival season. But it's good to go ahead and change it up a bit. The first thing that we did this season is we changed up the regular court. Our regular, theme court for the regular season. It looks beautiful. I love it. I love the Pelican that they put on there. They got it in the bayou, the little nature in the background on the court, in the blue and the black, and it blends well together on there. And got the fleur de lis on the court, so it looks real nice. But looking at the court today, like I said, the new NBA in season tournament court. That's nice, man. Y'all gotta really check it out, man. They got the bones, the little voodoo bones of the pelican, and they call it the skeleton. Skeleton. So it's nice. I really like it. Like I said, I really think it's different. It's unique, and like I said, Pelicans fans has been asking for something different and something new out there. Um, hey, we got it now. Doggone, instead of the same old things that we always see, and instead of always us asking about, hey guys, come up with something new, comes with something that New Orleans fans can go ahead and get in tune with, and something that they can go ahead and relate with, and with our culture and everything. I just think that's nice that they did that the NBA did. Now I don't know how long this stuff is gonna last. Obviously this is the first season of this stuff, and these things happening, in the NBA. But we'll see. We'll see. How long and how far it'll go ahead and go with that. And how much of the fans really liked it or not. You can see also too on the NBA app, or on NBA on Instagram. I saw a couple of videos of that too. They actually showed some of the NBA players what it looks like on the court. A lot of them were pretty excited about it. Um, they asked KD what he thought about it, and KD was like, "Man, we actually got a purple court out there in Phoenix, man. In the NBA, that's different, So the NBA is really doing things to catch the eye of the public out there, getting fans excited about watching this NBA season tournament. Like I said, I'm very anxious to see how this goes. Like I said, I just want to see competitive NBA basketball all year round. I don't just want to see it, just for one part of the season when we know the playoffs are about to come around. No, I don't want to see that coming around. I want to see like how we see in the NFL, a competitive full on season. Everyone wants to go ahead and play all throughout the season, not find excuses or injuries to get out of games. So that was kind of my little tilt, my little thing, that I kind of wanted to shout out, for the NBA and for the Pelicans that I saw kind of nice and different today and everything. But getting getting back to this game, y'all. Getting back to this game. Um, I want to kind of hit on a couple of players that I kind of want to see more from. Kyra Lewis Jr. Um, I like me some Kyra Lewis, man. I really do. I really think that this kid could be something special. But at the same time, too, now that he's got the reins, he's got, now it's his opportunity now to go ahead and play now that Jose Alvarado, has been hurt and everything. This is his chance to go ahead for us to really see how he fits along on his team, because I looked at, these first two games and how we used him and everything. The kid's got speed. The kid is natural. He can cut to the basket, get any bucket that he wants around the rim. My thing is this, Kyra, I need you to go ahead and develop more of a shooting game, man. I need you to go ahead and be a point guard. Go ahead and pass the ball. You got a lot of playmakers around you. Now that we added, Matt Ryan to the mix too, you got a floor spacer. You got a shooter now. You got Zion Williamson. You got, Big Val. I know those are starting lineup players, but sometimes some of those starting lineup players are going to play out there on the second unit with you. Go ahead and give it to these guys in the big moments. Give it to Brandon Ingram. Give it to CJ McCollum. Even if there's a moment that you're out there playing next to CJ McCollum, I just want to see more from him, because I had so much high hopes for this guy, man. I really think, um, that Kyra has been overshadowed by injuries and a lot that's been going on with him, So that's one guy I really want to see just take the next step. Go ahead and really make the most of these minutes, man, that you're getting, man, because once Jose comes back, if you don't make a name for yourself, then by time the trade deadline comes around, that might be the thing that you might be on. I can see the Pelicans kind of, you know, moving him by the deadline. I can see that happening. Um, Another guy, Dyson Daniels has improved, guys. I don't know if y'all noticed, but Dyson Daniels, man, looks really good in this second season so far. And look, I get all this. Look, this is just the second game. This is the second game of the season, y'all. We're only 2-0. And excuse me, this is the third game of the season. We only seen two games so far, but um, I like what I'm seeing so far of Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels has improved his shot making ability, and he's looking good playmaking wise. So I'm really excited about him going forward on seeing things what he's been doing. Um, what's going on? What's going on, Brian? It's good to see you in the chat, man. I know he's always in the background and always supporting us in the Bad Sports Show podcast in the Deep South, man. And like I said, guys, um, I know it kind of look like I'm alone today on the chat today. Ever 504 is on the truck. It's Monday. He's got work. He's got a job to do out there and everything. So if he does get time, we'll see him up in here, and I'm sure he'll jump in, with his thoughts and everything. But guys, if you like I said, once again, I got the chat, I got the link in the chat. If you guys want to go ahead and come on in and say anything, or come join on in and come talk, I'm right here. And of course, while I'm saying that, our biggest fan of the New Orleans Pelicans, man, Mr. Uncle Henry right here. Man, what's going on? How you doing?
What's up, nephew? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Go Pelicans.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I know it's a Monday night. I see we kind of slow so far today, as far as getting the fans out tonight to tune in and everything. I just told everybody, Dad kind of, running late himself. He doing that truck driving and everything. But it's good to see your face up in here and everything. And Brian, I see you chat, man. Heck yeah, man. We got to get you a Pels jersey, man. I'm going. This is my best one right here. This is the one that the Pels they gave me. This one I had won this one in the
Oh
in
yeah.
the in the giveaway, man. So heck
Okay.
yeah, man. But go ahead,
Man, Pels 2-0. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to this game here. I think it's gonna be a good litmus test of what we're made of.
yeah,
Golden State has beaten us quite a few times. I would love to beat them on our home floor. Kind of get a little bit of a revenge against them because they beat us quite a few times on
right,
our home floor. So
yeah,
our history, even though we weren't on their level at that time, but competing with them and playing against them, I still enjoyed it. I just felt like the matchup was a little bit too much for us during those playoff periods that we played them. But I
right,
would love to get a regular season win against them here at home. I want the Pelicans to be strong at home. We need to win most of our games at home. I think if
yeah.
we do that, then that's a big confidence boost for our guys, and we can make a push toward the playoffs this year.
Most definitely, most definitely. That's a great point that you made. I've thought about this too, and a couple of people I was watching. I kind of watch everybody's comments in our group chat, in the Crescent City Sports Talk, and then I look on Twitter, and one of the comments I kind of saw too was someone said something really smart here. He said, um, this is your I guess your measuring stick game. This is your
Yep.
your game. This is the Golden
Mm-hmm.
State Warriors. Okay, this
Oh
is a
yeah.
damn good basketball team. This is
Mm-hmm.
we know this is a Western Conference contender. This is a team that can really, honestly, go to the championship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every year. Every year. I don't care what
So
nobody says.
right, and it doesn't matter how old they get, man. They still got that
Still a
core
Golden
with
State Warrior.
Draymond, with Klay Thompson, and
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Curry. We know the big dog, So
Yep.
and then they just added Chris Paul, So that's even more
That's a
dangerous,
big
right?
deal.
Yeah. So I thought about that point, and who I can't remember who your name was, but he reminded me of that, and that was a great take on that. This is a
Mm-hmm.
great game to go ahead and measure yourself against a good opponent. I
Yep.
know it's early in the season. Like I said, I mentioned this earlier. This is the third game of the season, but this is who you want. This is the games you live for. This is the games that
Yep.
you want to play, to go ahead and see, are you for real or not.
Let me tell
So,
you, these guys getting up to play this game. I guarantee you, they marked this one on the calendar.
oh yeah,
It's an
oh
important
yeah,
game.
oh
Even
yeah,
though it's game 3 of the season, it's an important game
oh
for,
yeah,
for our organization because the Golden State Warriors are a championship organization and we want to be like them. So I don't care what
yeah,
anybody says. We want to be like them. So
oh
in order to
yes.
be like them, you got to beat them.
I can't remember any NBA team that would say that they wouldn't want to be like the Golden State Warriors, man. The
Right.
dynasty they've created for themselves, man, and the way they carry themselves as an organization, man, is
Mm-hmm.
who wouldn't want to be like that, man? And I think last year, yeah, I know you remember this. When we went over there in Warrior Land last year, we
Mm-hmm.
went over there in San Francisco, and we played these Warriors. And I remember that was a damn good game. It
Mm-hmm.
was. The Pelicans came out hard, and we
Mm-hmm.
had him for a moment there. But Draymond, he does what he does with his
It
antics,
was Draymond.
and he kind of got Brandon Ingram kind of started and everything. And
Yep.
I love the maturity of Brandon Ingram in that game, because younger Brandon Ingram would have punched Draymond Green's lights out,
Right in the
in
mouth.
that game. But
Mm-hmm.
he, but Brandon, showed maturity. He's
Mm-hmm.
grown over the years, and he just told him, hey man, look, just calm it down. I'm not with that tonight.
Right.
Just let's play the game. But you don't think these guys remember stuff like that?
Of course they do.
Yeah, they come in these games and they're like, man, the way Draymond think he all that, and thinks he's he a dog. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything from Draymond Green, but at the same
Right.
time too, a lot of these players don't want to get punked. They're grown men out here.
Yeah, that's all
They
psychological. You see, when you playing
right,
basketball, I tell everybody, basketball is a mental game. not
Right.
just knowing how to score points, but there's a psychology behind the matchup when you play. If you can get underneath, get in somebody's mind, and you can mess with their game, you can mess up their game plan, and you can influence the
Yeah.
game in a mental way. By the way, Brandon Ingram is out tonight.
Yeah, I just seen the post, man. And I was just about to go ahead and say, man, this is a game that I was kind of circling on the calendar too, because we remember Brandon Ingram was on Team USA this summer, and you know who the head coach was, Steve
Mm-hmm.
Kerr. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
they had some differences, you know, with things going on with his minutes
Right.
and how things went on. And I
I ain't
would have
forgot
liked
that either.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked for Brandon Ingram to show, hey, you underutilized me, Steve Kerr.
Right.
You know, I'm a dog. You know, like you could have used
Mm-hmm.
me a lot better on Team USA. You know, but
Right.
he's out tonight. You know, unfortunately, but he'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you know the Pels just want to rest him. You want
Yeah.
him for the long haul, not the
Right.
short term.
Well, that's why I say everybody give Zion Williamson a lot of flack for being injured, but he's been injured quite a bit lately. I just think he's been a little overlooked with his injury bug, but I'm not worried about Brandon tonight. I think him being injured is just a precaution. They're just trying to make sure his knee or whatever is
Yeah,
okay. But I
yeah.
think he'll be fine. I'm
He'll
perfectly fine with a guy resting this early in the season if he's
I'm
having some
sure we're gonna
problems.
have some Pelicans fans that's gonna overreact. That
Yep.
especially on Twitter,
Right.
they're all gonna be like the season's over. Here it go already. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram's the first one go down. Now, yeah, who's gonna be next and everything? And look, like let's just calm down, Pels
Right.
fans out there. This is precautionary.
Because
I'm
he's not the
sure.
only player that's been injured on a team. Plenty of players
Right,
have been out already, even though the season just started. There's been plenty of players who have not played yet. So Brandon is
right.
not the only one.
Right. So I'm not gonna sit there and overreact about this injury.
No.
And then we got too many great players out there. Like this could easily become a CJ McCollum or a Zion Williamson basketball game today.
The thing
Okay, so
is though, it's gonna take away an element of our game. We're not gonna have that wing player. Maybe EJ might get in and play a little bit tonight. EJ
maybe
Liddell, he might slide on in that
I'm looking
fourth
for that.
spot and play a little
Hmm.
bit because he's healthy. You might see a little bit more of Matt Ryan. You might see a little bit more of Larry Nance Jr. playing in
Yeah,
that forward spot,
Bird
banging the
might get
boards a
a
little
get
bit.
a minutes raise. You know, he might
Yeah,
he might be having more minutes than used to.
yeah.
You know,
It's
so
going it's gonna change the game plan for sure.
yeah.
There won't be that isolation ball like they do with Brandon when they get the ball, everybody get out the way, let Brandon work the paint, get in that mid-range game. He like that's gonna be gone. But I still think we match up even without Brandon against the Golden State Warriors pretty well. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
play a solid game tonight. We at home too. It's still Steph Curry. I don't care what nobody says. We still got to play that guy as hard as we can, knock him off his
Hmm.
game as much as we can without fouling him. But he's still Steph Curry. He's still gonna do what he do. He's still gonna come off the screens, hitting them threes. He's still gonna be doing all that. So we just got to be ready for that. We got to be ready to stop him. We got to be ready to bang a little bit inside, keep Kevon Looney off the boards. We got to
Hmm.
be ready to run, do what we do, play our game, just keep running because the Golden State is older. They don't. I mean, they still run, but from what I've been seeing, it's a little slower. The pace a
Yeah.
little bit, but I still think we outpaced them as far as us getting out on the breaks and running, and I think that's how we're gonna win the game.
I'm gonna challenge I'm gonna challenge our bench today because of one
Mm.
thing I think we're not noticing is the Golden State Warriors and they started this last game which I knew this when Chris Paul went to the Warriors. I knew this was gonna happen. A lot of fans out there were saying, you know, how they're gonna make this work. Well, the one way the Warriors were gonna make this work was they were gonna slide Chris Paul as their sixth man instead
Correct.
of having them as in the starting lineup. So
Correct.
tonight, this is why I challenge the New
Yep.
Orleans Pelicans bench tonight because when you have a guy, a starter, a Hall of Famer in this
A
league,
Hall of Famer.
in Chris Paul,
A former Pelican,
on the
by the way.
bench,
A former Pelican.
yes, a former Hornet slash Pelican,
Yes, sir.
so we
Oh,
we
CP3 get love here. Shout out to CP3, man. He gets love here.
oh yeah, we love
No
we
doubt.
look. That was growing up. that was the guy for me. Chris Paul. Anybody will tell you I loved me some Chris Paul when he was here. I'm not gonna ever go ahead and hate on no Chris Paul just because of
Yes, sir. Welcome
things
home,
how
CP3. Welcome
he
home,
left.
baby.
Yeah, look, man, he's always welcome home. But at the same time, too, I still want to kick his ass every time we
Oh, yes,
play.
indeed. No
Oh
doubt.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
oh yeah. But that's why I challenge this bench when you're going against a starter on the other team that's going to be their sixth man. That's when your level of play needs to raise. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Pelicans bench, and I need guys like
Mm.
Dyson Daniels. I need
It's gonna
I
be a
need
challenge.
guys. Yes, I they
Yeah.
they they gotta they
It's
gotta
it's
come
gonna
up
it's
and
gonna be it's gonna be veteran versus rookie almost. 'Cause you got Jordan Hawkins too, so it's gonna be a challenge for those boys to learn from the vet, learn from the Hall of Famer how to play the game.
yes,
It's gonna be
yes,
interesting to see.
yes, yeah.
You're
Look,
right,
they gotta
but
raise their
Dyson got his
game.
hands full. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, they gotta raise their games. I just talked about Kyra Lewis earlier, man. These minutes gotta matter to him, man. These
Yeah,
these
that's right.
he's gotta lick his chops right now and say, man, I gotta get the most out of this time. I gotta
EJ,
go ahead and do what I gotta do.
EJ, and I'm thinking now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking Chris Paul is going to try to draw them in. He's going to try to get those fouls. He's going to get those ticky-tack,
Oh yeah,
bumpy fouls. He's going
oh
to
yeah,
make them reach. He's going to make them, kind of get them out the element a little bit, try to frustrate them. We're going to have to be ready for that. The
hey,
young one's
that's
going
a
to have to be ready
veteran,
for that.
man.
He's a
That's a
veteran.
veteran. That's what
And
he
he's
do,
going to draw
man.
those fouls. He's going to bump. He's going to get in his little lane. He's going to do his little stuff he do to get those bumps and make it look like he got fouled. He's going to do all that. He's going to try
Yes,
to attack us like that. So the young
yes.
ones better be ready. They better be ready
We
for
got
that
we
vet.
got to remember the way the Suns played us when he was with the Suns last
Right,
year, and
right,
and
right,
and
right.
you know how Jose gives him problems. We need
Hmm.
somebody tonight to give him problems like Jose gives him
And
problems.
I hope
Okay?
Jose talk to those young ones and say, look, we playing CP3. This is what you got to do.
Yes,
This is what we need to do.
yes,
Just like what I did. We need to do it just like this. That's the only way we're gonna beat
yes.
them.
Yes, that's what you want, man. That's called veteran leadership. And I and even look, and Jose's this is probably his third season in the league. Look, yeah, Jose is still considered a veteran because he knows what he's doing. He's played Chris Paul before. He knows how to play against Chris Paul. So tell those young guys on that bench, even though you're not playing tonight, that's the way
Hmm.
you can affect the game. Even
Yeah.
when you're not playing. Yeah, shout out to you, DJ Crow. What's going on in the chat, man? I saw a big dog Philly OG up in the chat as well. Peace to you. And of course, we got Ever 504 has joined us. I know he's still working and everything. He's in the background, so whenever he's ready, he can come on in. But
I'm all
like
right
I
now. Ain't in no background.
go ahead, there,
Go
man.
on
You
in
must, you
every
must don't, you
504.
must don't see me. I don't know what it is. But anyway, we did get some breaking news. Brandon Ingram is a precautionary. His knees are sore, so they just a precautionary. He's not going to play. That's the question I have with this team is will they
help,
be able
help.
to be healthy in a long stretch of the season? That's
Yeah, we
that's
mentioned
always
that.
been a question with Bi. That's
Hmm.
always been a question with Bi, and that's always been a question with Zion Williamson. It's the fact that it's not a question of they play; it's a question of they're going to be available. You get
Yeah.
one, and we're trying to build the chemistry between them two, and you really haven't seen them two be able to play together. And it's just unfortunately, I'm disgusted because I know it's very early, and I know they're trying to keep him, healthy, whatever. But I need Bi to get that body straight because he needs that chemistry with Zion because
Hmm.
I believe that they are so good as a dynamic duo, and
Yeah.
but I'm looking at guys like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is a guy that's underrated. He's a great, this young kid. He can shoot the damn ball. I'm looking at some of these new key pieces like Jamison, some of these guys that's new to this basketball team. And I look at Kyra Lewis. I think Kyra Lewis is starting to be that guy that we thought we drafted, okay? And I want to see him get more opportunities at the point guard position while Alvarado is not around. So I love this team. The way David Griffin is building around Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. I love what he's doing. Spacing was the
Right.
biggest need for Zion and Brandon. It's a great spacing. This is what we were
Right.
dying for, spacing. The
Right.
Ricky that we drafted last year, that's what we drafted them for, to be able for the spacers, so they can dish it out, hit them threes. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's a great point. Look, I just said this earlier with Unc. I know a lot of Pelicans fans that we're gonna have a lot of them kind of freak out a little bit on this. Brandon's gonna miss his game and everything. But look, I'm just gonna say this. We don't need him short term. We need him long term. Okay. Um, I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it and say, hey, this is alarming and we need to freak out and everything. I'm not even going to sit there and go ahead and do all that. I'm just going to sit here and just say at this point, the Pelicans is just being precautious, and that's understandable what you said that hey,
I'm
you
not
want
saying
to.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. What I'm saying is it's just frustrating because you've been waiting to
Mm-hmm.
see these two
Yeah,
Yeah.
together.
yeah,
And
most
that's
definitely.
all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that they're wrong as an organization to be precautionary. But
As a
I'm just
fan,
saying,
yes.
as a fan, we've been
Yeah,
waiting to see these guys for a very long time, and it just becomes frustrating when we're not seeing both of these guys. One be hurt, then the other's not there. Then one
Right.
the
yeah.
other. I want to see these two guys. We paid a lot of money for these guys. I want to see them together. That's all.
We
Oh
almost
well,
feel like
yeah.
Clippers fans with Kawhi and Paul George. Almost. You know.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm guarantee you, Clippers fans know what we're talking about here with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. You don't have them both. You always only have one.
One or the
You're
other.
missing one or the other. So
Mm-hmm.
it sucks, but at the same time too, I'm not like I said. I'm gonna say it like this, y'all. You're correct, Dad. You want these three out on the court, and you want as much chemistry as possible because they haven't played a lot of games with each other. That's alarming. You want as many games as they can get with each other. But at the same time, too, the injury itself is not. It's not long term or nothing like that. It's just a day to day thing. He just felt sore tonight, and I'm sure by next game he'll be ready to go, man. Master Davis, I see you out there in the chat, man. What's up to you? Derek Turner, what's going on? Derek says, don't worry, he'll be back on the court against the Thunder on TV. And like I said, I agree with you on that. He'll be right back on out there for the Thunder game.
You know
Right.
me, son. You know me, son. It's just the fact that I've been wanting us to take care of the Golden State Warriors with no
We
excuses.
want to
I
beat them,
want,
right?
I, yeah, I want to beat the Golden State Warriors,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I just,
No
it's like
doubt.
every time I'm ready to play them and ready, excited. Because tonight I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie to you, I was excited to see this team healthy and playing against Golden State. I just think that when you play in a conference, you need these early victories because when it comes down to seedings in the end
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
play-ins and stuff like that, you need.
These games are gonna
And I
matter.
don't think we're a
Yes.
playoff. I don't think we're playing a basketball team, Henry and EJ. I just don't. I believe we're better than that. So
I
I
Mm.
think
just,
so too. I believe so too.
I just need us to be healthy. That's all.
Well, I say this, y'all. Okay, no, because I kind of mentioned this too earlier, even before Unc came on in the chat. I was talking about how
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green is on the injury report as well. He was
Yeah, he is.
probable today with his knee injury.
Yeah.
So we're not the only ones,
Not at all.
during this time that's got somebody, especially on these star teams. You looking at Clippers, you're looking at Warriors, you're looking at the Lakers. It's always
You looking at
somebody
Phoenix?
else.
Devin Booker was out the other night. He was out.
Yes, the Phoenix
You know,
Suns. Yes.
he missed a
So
game.
we're not the only team that's always got
That was
somebody
that
that's
was game two, I think it was. Who was
yes.
out?
Really. I think Bradley Beal hasn't played a game yet in the
Right.
Phoenix uniform. In the regular
Mm-hmm.
season, man,
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't even played yet. He's been out with a back injury. So
Yep. A lot of teams are doing that.
yeah, a lot of teams are going through something right now. But at the same time, too, the NBA, since we're talking about injuries, the NBA is really trying to crack down on this stuff now because
Yep.
now they're investigating teams. They're trying to make sure that
Uh-huh.
it's injuries, that it's not.
LeBron. The
Yeah.
Lakers,
Yeah, that is not these
LeBron
guys
James.
just sitting out just to sit out, So I'm at, we know it's injury. It's real deal. Yeah, we know with Brandon Ingram, it's never been like, he's just gonna sit out there and just go ahead and miss a game. No, that's not his character
That's not him at
at
all.
all. But it's good to know that the NBA is really trying to crack down on these guys that are we're I hate to
Abusing,
call
yes.
out
Hmm.
on some of these guys, LeBron James,
Well, I'm calling them out
and
because we know who they are.
you know,
We
I
know who
hate to
they are.
break Kawhi Leonard dog does it too.
Yep.
Anthony Davis, a
Yeah.
lot of
Oh
these
yeah.
guys just rest just to rest.
Oh yeah.
They just do it just to sit out these games. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm optimistic about it. I'm not gonna go ahead and go crazy about it or nothing like that. And
But
we
look
can,
on the bright side, EJ. Zion
yeah,
is healthy.
yes, and
Zion is
that's the
healthy.
thing.
Yeah, but that's I understand what you're saying, but that's where the pressure that too much. I don't want too much to fall on Zion too early. I understand what y'all saying, and it's just
And I
I
understand your
I
point
would
too, Everett. I understand
yeah,
you.
it's just and like you say, it's not a major injury. I'm not. Look, it's good that it's just soreness. Okay, so I agree with you guys. I'm just saying that at least we're gonna have it for Oakland, OKC, because that's the team
Yeah.
that took that
And
actually
we can't lose to the
manhandled us.
OKC. I'm
We
sorry. I don't
cannot
want to
lose
lose
to
to
them,
that.
y'all, and it's a divisional opponent. We gotta win these games early. That's all I'm saying.
Oh
And I
yeah,
don't want to lose to OKC because I think we lost to them last year. And I don't want that to happen
playing
because we
tournament
shouldn't lose to
game,
that
man.
team.
That was the game that we got
Exactly.
eliminated.
And I was sick to my
So
stomach.
yeah, that
We
was
should
that
not have
that
lost to no doggone OKC.
that's a
And that,
revenge
yeah,
game
no.
that I'm looking forward to. I need these Pelicans to go really take it to them boys, man. After the
Yes,
way
sir.
things,
Yes, sir.
I don't want to be in that position
Remember, you
ever
guys,
again.
if you are on Twitter, for those who are the Twitter followers, if you are on Facebook, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also,
Hit that
subscribe to
like
this
button.
channel on YouTube. We are on YouTube. Please subscribe. We would love follow us, or follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button so we can broaden out our content. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Look, Twitter. If y'all, once again, guys, if y'all don't know, we already have a Twitter page for this, so it's Baddest Sports One at Baddest Sports One. If y'all want to follow us on there, YouTube, of course, we're here right now. Baddest Sports One on YouTube as well. Facebook, we have a Facebook group chat called Crescent City Sports Talk. So if y'all want to tune in on there. So subscribe, like, and follow us, guys. Help us continue to grow this group, man, because we're always here, dog. We're trying to
We
grow
have
it
some
as
great
big as we
things in
can.
the future that we just can't disclose now, but we have some great
Yes, we
things
do.
in the
Yes, we
future.
do.
Yeah,
So
we
we
got some
we're
big
we're
things coming,
moving
Huge.
big
into the
things.
right direction. While before you know it, you guys, we those who have ride with us from the beginning, we just hope you guys to realize we got some special things in the future.
Special plans. Special plans.
Real special plans. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But guys, back to this game. I'm looking at now. Now let's just say Draymond doesn't play in this game. I'm also
Hmm.
looking at Big Valanciunas because
Yeah,
he's quietly, guys, been playing very well,
very
very
well.
very well. And I'm looking for him to take over, in that paint spot while Draymond will be out. Zion
Hey,
and Jonas can just go ahead and feast if
hey,
they
hey,
want.
EJ. You know what I noticed that big JV is doing this season so far? He's getting out of the way. When
Yes,
Zion gets the ball, he
yes,
moves, and that's what I
yes,
need
That's
him to
what we
do.
were talking about with spacing,
Get out of the way.
and that's what having our new offensive coordinator. Um, I can't.
Well, we got two new
Vegas.
assistant coaches, James
Uh,
Borrego
well,
and another
James
guy.
Borrego.
Bagel. I'm explaining him. He's the offensive guy, and one of the things that I'm seeing
Hmm.
is he's trying to push more into allowing spacing. And this is, if you see how we're drafting, we're drafting shooters, whether it's shooting guard,
Right.
whether it's Trent Trick or Treat Murphy, whether these guys, we're doing these things because of Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. So yes, big Ballon 2 is learning how to move out the way. Even he can get in that zone of shooting that three. We got DJ Crow just came in.
What's going on, Mr. DJ Crow in the background?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
I knew we was gonna get you back on the panel, man. Doggone, it's good to see you once again.
Well, he's a basketball guy. That's what he loves, basketball. Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, you know me, man.
What you feel about tonight, man? I know you heard the news that Brandon Ingram is gonna be out tonight. How you feeling about that, man?
I mean, I understand like wherever you're coming from. As a fan, you frustrated, but if it's Brandon Ingram, he gonna want to play. So if it's something that they see where they be like, not this game, we just gonna see how you do in the next game, not this game, because it ain't
like coaches.
Because this game really, it means something, but it's too early to mean something.
There
you know what I'm saying? So
there you go.
You can afford to be like, okay, now's the time. But what I can say, what I think is going to happen in the future. Just because they passed the new, they went with the new bill on it about the sitting rule, resting players, right? You're gonna have a lot more players with short injuries like this. Not saying this what BI is doing, but watch as the season go on, how many players have short injuries.
Yep.
You feel me? To get their rest.
I just mentioned this. I just mentioned this with the NBA.
I want to bring this in, not to cut both y'all off, but we didn't convince Drunk to be an official Pelican fan. Wow.
Because I can jump on y'all team without saying I'm driving, but at the same time, y'all legit.
Hey man, look. As long as we got you in that Pels jersey, man, doggone that, it don't matter. We love to see you drunk, and we love your support,
man. Drunk be coming on the show, bud. Much love for the support.
We thank you for coming on the show all the time. He's one of our regulars, man. Drunk is always there, especially on the Saints, man. We see him regularly on the Saints, so it's good to see him, in the Pels as always, man. So Drunk, welcome to the Pels family. Since you're a new Pelicans fan now, man. Take flight, baby.
Nah, he got to put his application there. He got to put his application in and apply.
Well, there's a lot of New Orleans fans that didn't grow up with the Pelicans, okay? And they like DJ Crow, he grew up a Laker fan, but he grown to love the Hornets and he grown to love the Pelicans. So now he's split now. So he got two teams, but they got a lot of us. Like I grew up a Portland Trailblazer fan, young enough to know anything about the Jazz, because the Jazz was 79. I was born in 75, but I fell in love with the other Pacific West team, and I was the Portland Trailblazer. So go ahead, DJ Crow. We did overtalk you, brother. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you good, man. It's all love. We all talking about the same thing, but I'm not really worried too much that BI not playing tonight. I would love to see him to get that more chemistry going, but it's just the third game, so it's way too early. It's not even the 13th game. It's just the third game, fellas. So no need to panic or nothing. We don't see no major injury or nothing that's really sidelining. We just take precaution, but I still want to see what these other guys are going to give me as well. So they give me a chance to see a couple of, see what these other guys is going to step up and do.
What do you feel about Matt Ryan? I didn't know about Matt Ryan, to be honest with you. I never heard of the dude.
I knew about Matt Ryan when he hit that game winner.
They call him Matty Ice.
Matty Ice.
When he hit that game winner against us and when he was with the Lakers, that's when I knew about
That's that same
Ryan.
Dude.
Yep, same dude.
So that's the same guy, huh?
Yeah, that's the
same
guy.
So what was wrong with the Lakers letting him go like that? I mean, he seemed like a doggone good shooter.
I mean,
that's like a bad move.
I feel like
they let Alex Caruso go. They let a lot of people go.
They let a lot of people go. And you know why?
And Alex Caruso hit a game winner the other night.
The Lakers let him go because the Lakers were trying to go ahead and be, they're more of a win now team. They're more of a veteran team. Matt Ryan is young, y'all. Y'all don't realize he just got into the league about 2 years ago. He really was an undrafted guy,
But
battling
look,
his way from G League, So
but
he's
a good coach wouldn't have never let him go.
right.
Because even though you got veterans, 2, 3 more years, they gone. What is this league
Yeah,
turning into? That's the type
yeah,
of guy you need on your team. This is what this league is turning into. So
right,
you have him already. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
going to get rid of him?
right.
You know
There's gonna
why?
be a huge turnover of veterans in the next couple
Yeah,
of years, y'all. We're gonna see a lot of young dudes in the NBA.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's funny though. Speaking of the Lakers, man, Jackson Hayes. Last time I checked, former Pelican, and I hate to take a jab at Jackson, but not looking too good. Not
Nah, he's
looking too
not.
good over there in Lakerland, man. I heard a lot of Laker fans get happy and talk about we got Jackson Hayes now, man. The Pelicans was stupid, man. Why they give up Jackson Hayes and all this stuff, man? Now I think Lakers fans are starting to realize a little early now,
EJ,
what we were kind of going
maybe
through.
we don't know, but maybe Jackson didn't put in the work like he should have. Maybe he don't.
Maybe,
Maybe there's some other reason the Pels let him go more than financial. Maybe there's
maybe.
some chemistry issue. Maybe there's
Well,
Man,
some
y'all, well,
coaching
you
issue.
guys
I'm
do,
gonna tell y'all.
you
I'm gonna
do
tell y'all.
remember he had the off field incident where I call it not off field, off court incident when with the police he ended up with some issues with the police and they beat him up pretty bad and stuff like that. So we do know that he had that issue.
I just
Also,
know we waited on Jackson for a
we
long time.
waited on Jackson for a very long time, and it just never really matched with chemistry. He really didn't develop a jump shot. He really didn't develop a offensive game. He's more of a dunker.
Yeah,
All
he's
his game
athletic.
is,
He's very
yeah,
athletic.
he's athletic, and that's it. And we already got one of them guys. That's Zion Williamson. So
Well,
you
let me
got
tell
the
you something.
you pretty much got the same player like
Wait,
him.
wait, 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 wait. No, you
Now we
don't.
know you don't
No,
like this
wait.
because
No,
we
but I'm gonna
talked
just tell
about this
you.
on the phone.
No, no, but I'm gonna just tell you. A player like Jackson Hayes, he's not no scorer. He's not gonna give you that. But what he is gonna give you is everything else. Everything everybody else is not giving you. The
Yeah,
hustle plays, the
Hustle,
effort, the
hustle.
intensity, the change of momentum when he enter the game.
Right.
Running up, you need them type of. Though he's not a scorer, we don't looking for him to score. If he score, but we know he gonna box out. He gonna get rebounds. He gonna do. That's the type of player you don't get rid of. You
That's
wasn't
correct.
looking forward, but he loved. But it was. I mean, that's why I say everybody talking about the Lakers right
Well,
now.
well,
It's
you
early.
said wait. Now hold up, Crow. You said now. All right, let's think about who we replaced him with. Okay, we
All right.
replaced him with with the white boy George Jefferson. Okay,
Cody Zeller.
Cody
Cody
Zeller.
Zeller.
I watched the game, and Cody Zeller showed me why he's on this basketball team. He is
Okay.
he's a complete player. If you watch his rebounds, the way he rebound, the way he fundamentally sound, and he's a smart basketball player. Not saying that Jackson is not a smart basketball player, but I can see why they went in that other direction of going with different big men. I can see why.
Yeah.
Well,
He
hey,
gonna he
that's.
gonna be infected on my other team though. So watch. Just watch.
Hey
Before it's
man,
all
look.
said and done, y'all gonna be like, dang.
I
Yeah,
look. I'm
watch.
not. I'm not. That's
Okay.
a little
All
side
right. We're
joke.
gonna see.
That's a little
And look, we
side
like
jab
Jackson Hayes. We used to
at
like him,
Jackson.
but he
I'm
just
not gonna
Yeah.
sit there and say that I don't appreciate the things that Jackson did in New Orleans, but at the
right.
same time, I do think he
No,
started
he
out.
just
He
talking
started
about
out.
these Laker fans who just was
No,
putting it in our face.
Everett.
That's what he
You know what
talking
I'm
about.
looking at, Everett? And we talk about this all the time. Everybody don't develop at the same time. And
No, they
certain
don't.
players, we talk
No, they
about this
don't.
all the time,
Yeah,
Everett.
that's
It's
true.
just certain players you just gotta stick with because it's
Yeah.
gonna pay
True.
off. We talk about it all the time. Like we give up a little bit too soon sometimes. Even though
Oh
he been
yeah,
there for
oh
a
yeah.
minute,
Both
but sometimes you can
organizations.
be like, yeah,
You're right
that's
because
a
both organizations. We talked about that with the Saints, and we're
Saint
talking
uh-huh.
did
about that
a
with the
few times.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
For some reason, our organization does not have a patient bone with watching young people develop. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
did not when I was against Allen when he was talking about Kyra Lewis was garbage and all this other stuff, and that that he was a bust. I'm like, dude, this dude, you never even seen this cat. This cat played in the SEC, one of the best point guards in the SEC. Kyra Lewis is now Kyra Lewis. If you watch the first 2 games, Kyra Lewis is the fastest point guard, the fastest player on the team. Yeah. Go look at his speed. Go look how they're running down the field. EJ, you watch Kyra Lewis. Kyra Lewis' tempo is just to another level.
Yeah, look, like I said, I mentioned this earlier about Kyra. I thought Kyra, he's got the intangibles. He's one of the fastest players out there on the court. The problem is he needs to develop a jump shot and he needs to gain confidence, man. This is the time that Jose Alvarado is not out there on that court. Earn your damn minutes, man. Go ahead and show why you got drafted. In that, okay, you got he's another guy that we're waiting on. You know, if we keep waiting on him, he's gonna end up like how Jackson Hayes is. We just gotta let him go. You know, that's just how the league goes. You know, you can only wait so long on somebody. You know, so I'm not guys. We kind of getting close to game time. You know, it's
and we would love to have you back, DJ Crow. You on a panel with our brother Henry. This is a basketball panel. We'd love to have you back.
Oh yeah,
man. We have our football panel, but I love to see you guys come talk basketball with us.
Definitely, man.
Hey, man, I love that you keep that we have you in for the Pelicans, especially because the Pelicans definitely.
Absolutely, man.
It ain't hard for us to get the Saints crowd going, but the Pels need some more.
But the Pels, we don't get as many people in here with the Pels, and we're gonna try to get more.
Let them start winning. They're gonna come. Let them start winning. They're gonna come.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep trying to push more content of the Pelicans more than we have ever had this year.
But that's all you got.
Y'all know I'm with that.
You know how we roll the word about it. If we see a good time, like all the guys, once we get all the guys, but we gonna get the guys off the phone every now and then. Why? We gonna make it happen like we talk of it, because they ain't know. Like a lot of times, like you could say you told us or you told it, but if I ain't never really checked it out, I might always think like, man, I catch a highlight when he posted it on Facebook or something. You feel me? But actually being in the panel and discussing it with other fellas, and we talking to, man, come on, man, I look at it like anything I can get with my brothers, with men and fellowship, man, I'm all about that, man.
There's a lot more value in that than just sport. Yeah. That's right, buddy.
It is.
And y'all got to understand that this podcast is one of the very few that you see that they allow the viewers, the people that's viewers a chance to talk and give. It's not just about me and EJ. We have been pushing this thing for a very long time of making this the Who That Nation and what y'all call it,
Flock Nation, man. Flock Nation.
Flock Nation.
Flock Nation.
We've been trying to give both of these nations more of the fans. We are the people's champ. That's what we call. We stand as the people's champ. So it's not no ditching to other people's podcasts. But when we say we give opportunity, every Pelican and Saints fan a voice. We are the voice of the people.
Oh yeah, guys.
Whether we disagree or not.
Oh yeah. Look, hey, Drunk, man, come on back down to Nola, man. You Nola miss you, man. And look, Preston, to answer your question, man, BI he's going through,
soreness.
A knee soreness, so he's gonna be fine.
No tears, no sprains.
Yeah,
no sprains,
I'm sure.
No tears. It's just sore.
I'm sure he's probably gonna be back as soon as the OKC game, but keep your fingers crossed. He's gonna be all right, but he's just gonna be out for this game. Derek, to answer your question on, are we doing a post game tonight? No, sir, we're not doing a post game tonight.
Because basketball is too long. We'll wait. Yeah. We will wait. We will wait when we get to the tournament, and we will wait till we will be doing post games. Okay, it's just hard. Very hard to see. Basketball goes through the middle of the night.
It's hard to do post game, and especially when we have a late game. I think if we was to do anything, I would go for a halftime, just to check back in and then be like, okay, if that's something we could go, think about in the future. But
Yeah,
right now, yeah, the post
it's totally
game.
different than Saints. It's
Yeah,
totally different.
post game gonna be too late. That's gonna because it's
Oh
gonna
yeah, we could definitely think about it and collaborate. Like I said, but the biggest thing I think for Pelicans games, what we're gonna do is, as far as post game goes on, when since we're having this new in season NBA tournament, we'll do them for that, and we'll
yeah.
do it towards the end of the season.
And because
Towards
toward the
playoff time.
and
You
not
know,
even that, EJ, toward the second half of the season, that's where
right?
we're gonna get more of like a Sunday game or
Oh
early
yeah,
Sunday game or something like that, where it's not late at night or you might catch a Saturday, early Saturday game, then maybe we can do a post game on select games,
oh
but
yeah,
that'll
oh
work
yeah.
like that.
But
Especially I'm ready for
it
that what you think about the play in, about the tournament?
hey man, I just mentioned that earlier too.
I'm looking
At the
forward to
beginning.
it, me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, y'all. I look,
You talking about the in-season
I
tournament or the
the
play-in
Yeah.
tournament?
No, the in
the
season
in
tournament.
season tournament. This is gonna give NBA players more motivation to play for something.
Yeah.
Usually around this time, teams get excited that it's the first game of the season in the first week, and then they start resting their players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like this. Now you're gonna see teams get a little bit more excited. You saw the courts out there. They just released the courts out for every team. They got new jerseys for every team, so it's exciting now. It's real exciting
So, but
times,
look, EJ, I didn't know the in
Nah,
season
EJ, you
tournament.
gotta admit, I was the best. I was the best.
Uh, but look, EJ, I didn't know the in season
I'll voodoo
tournament.
court.
The games are actually going to be played throughout the schedule, throughout the regular schedule.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So that's what they were saying. You can have an in season tournament game, and that game still mean much as well as
Yes,
as your
and
season record as well too. Yeah,
that's what keeps the NBA players motivated. They keep them
yeah.
playing hard. Like in the NFL, you see those players playing every single week hard instead of resting their players. Now you get to see these NBA players actually play for something
Oh, they showing the
within the
code right
season.
now. Yeah.
So long.
Preston,
I like
Preston
it.
get
I like it right
Preston. I
here.
feel you, Preston. You getting old just like me. It's very hard to do them late nights. At 9 o'clock, my tail. I'm a truck driver, so I'll be getting tired at 9. You know what I'm saying? I start yawning. It ain't like it used to be, Preston, when we used to stay up when we were young. We just getting old now. See, my son, he can go with the best, but not me.
Drunk, that's a crazy look. That's an idea the NBA might look into. Like that's something that to keep these players really motivated. That maybe if this goes as good as it might this season, maybe next year or season or a couple of seasons into it, they might add that to where if you win your in season tourney, that you got a playoff spot waiting on you. So
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, but would that be too early?
Because
it's very early. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because winning too early I don't think that would be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, but it'll win you. I would think if it was to come down to like they'll put it to if you could win, like if you win a tournament, what does it lead down the line? If you fighting for that last seed, it'll give you an upper hand.
Yeah, maybe you can use it like in the
NCAA
sense. Like how in the NCAA they usually they'll grade you upon your schedule and what you did in the regular season and stuff like that. So maybe they can do something to where like if you actually won the tournament, maybe they'll be like, okay, if you won that second and you was like on the edge of the play-in, maybe they'll bump you in there because you won that tournament, So
you won that tournament,
it's very interesting, man. Like I like it and it's exciting, man. I'm ready for it. I hope the Pelicans maybe in the first season of it, this year we go ahead and get it.
Hey, let me ask you one other thing, E.
Go ahead.
What you think about this the Big Three deal with the NBA, with Ice Cube and the NBA?
Oh man, hey, I really think that what Ice Cube did with the Big Three, I think it's awesome. I really think that fans need to tune into that more. I don't think many fans know about it. In the off season, especially when they have it around when no one is really doing anything. I know when football not playing. Nobody ain't really watching baseball like that. They doing it around in a great time. So I would really recommend fans to really tune into that. And it's a bunch of players that a lot of retired players in the NBA, but they come out there and play, man. Like
I think the NBA should put their hands into it. Okay, because
Support them.
That support them. That's your ex
Yep.
NBA players. Endorse them. As far as like sponsor them. If they can get the NBA to sponsor them and put that logo with them with Ice Cube, because I think that would be even better.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would. You see how how things have gone on with the XFL. You know, the NFL is supporting the XFL. Do the same thing
Uh-huh.
with the NBA and the Big Three, man. Go ahead and support Ice Cube and these players, man. You got Jordan Crawford out up in there. Joe Johnson is out there, man.
Man, you
Bunch of
giving
great
guys
players
stuff.
that
Yeah,
you know
because
they got to
that
do
they're giving them
Oh
something
Lord,
to do.
don't bring up Joe Johnson. Don't bring up Joe Johnson. Because Lord, he took an L a day. He took an L a day. He don't even know his wife is on OnlyFans. So he didn't
Damn.
he didn't
No,
took
that's a. Oh, he's talking about the other
L.
Joe. He ain't talking about that
Yeah,
Joe. He's
yeah.
talking about
That
the other
ain't the
Joe.
NBA. That ain't the NBA
I
Joe
mean,
Johnson. That's the other one.
not Joe Johnson. Joe. What
Yeah,
his name?
Yeah, that was
Joe
Joe.
Smith.
Joe
Joe
Smith.
Smith. I'm
Joe
Yeah.
sorry,
Smith.
Joe Johnson.
Yeah, Joe Smith. That was crazy. That was cool. I don't know.
Yeah. You ain't even have to do it like that, man. You ain't even have to say all that. Oh my God, man. But look, man, I'm gonna say this to you, man. I agree with you on this too. Now, I feel like the NBA don't want competition as well. NBA just wants it all.
Yes.
They don't want to sit there and be supporting any other league or anything like that. That's why it's be so hard for anything else to come around, because these leagues don't sit there and just support them enough. They just want all the money, all the
All the
exposure,
money.
all
Yeah.
of this, you know.
Right
But
out
I
my
think
mouth.
you
Money.
can build a world where both of them where it can exist, man.
You really could, man. It'd have been so much better. I mean, like, come on, these guys are retired. These
Yes.
are some of the guys that didn't make it to your league and had to go overseas and play. Now they have a
Right.
chance to. Now they have a chance. Maybe their family couldn't come overseas or whatever. Now they got a chance to play interstate, possibly in their hometown, sometime in their city to play for their family. And let them guys
Right.
make a little. They love doing it. They don't. Like, come on. And NBA, like, I don't see the competition, but like you say, it's just greed, man. They want the power. They
Yeah.
want the money.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a
because
dog eat dog world out here, man.
yeah.
Everybody just want to get it how they live, man. That just is what it is at the end of the day. Hopefully they do something like that though, where they at least can support this lead though.
I hope so. And like you said, you can't be mad. That's theirs. If they say no, they say no. But it's just like what if I was in that shit, maybe I'll do something different. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I
Oh
would
yeah.
change my
Remember,
Oh yeah.
mind.
remember, if
But
you have not subscribed to the Batter Sports Show podcast, New Orleans Pelicans, New Orleans Saints, please do so. Remember to follow us. If you follow us on Twitter and also follow us on Facebook.
Hey man, hit the bell too. Whenever y'all subscribe to us and follow us and like us, hit the bell so y'all can know every time that we go live. Y'all can get that notification. Y'all can come right on in up in here. Nas, I had
And
saw you
it
in the
helps the
background.
algorithm.
Nas, I saw you in the background, man. I was gonna get you on here to say a couple of words, but I see you kind of bowed out, man. Sorry we couldn't get you in to talk and everything, man. We love you, man. We see you. Don't ever think doggone we just trying to hide you in the background. I ain't trying to get you to talk, man, and everything. But man, it's game time. Before I bow out on here, DJ and Dad, I need two things from y'all real quick. I need the MVP of the game, and I need that final score. So I'm gonna start with you, DJ Crow.
oh man, I'm gonna go ahead tonight. I'm gonna get an MVP. I'm gonna get an MVP to Zion tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna get an MVP to Zion tonight. Final score. Oh boy, I think this gonna. Whoo, I'm gonna go 124 to 128.
All right. I
Pels on
like that.
top.
I like that's gonna be a close game,
I
man. Y'all
got
gonna have me. You
yeah.
gonna have me in a heart attack tonight. I see. All
Because I
right.
think
Okay,
the
I
Pels got
got
some score. Go ahead, eat. Go ahead, eat.
I got the Pelicans winning 98-95. It's
Ooh.
going to be a thriller. It's a not and I got Zion as my guy. And I just think that Zion hit 45 points tonight.
Okay. Oh. Let me hear that MVP and that final score.
I'm gonna say the MVP is Jonas Valanciunas. I'm gonna say he's gonna have 25,
What?
and I think Jonas gonna play well tonight because he's had some low numbers the past two games. I think this is the game he's gonna step up and step in, and I think he's gonna play well tonight.
I like it. I like it. I
I'm gonna
like
tell
it.
y'all, I think tonight we're gonna see a lot from behind that 3-point line tonight.
I
I
think
ain't
so
talking
too.
about just spotting up. I'm talking about diving in and kicking out. You're gonna have some open spot up shooters out there tonight with
So
Zion
that's
on
the
the floor.
rookie. The rookie gonna get that opportunity. Matt Ryan gonna get
Yeah,
that opportunity. C.J.
Drunk.
McCollum
yeah.
gonna get that
Jordan
opportunity.
Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins.
John Hawkins, yeah,
Hawkins,
John
yeah, that's my
Hawkins,
Drunk.
C.J.
I
guy.
like
McCollum,
that. I like that
Matt
UConn.
Ryan.
score of 110 and 100. I like that.
Oh,
Drunk.
my
Go
score is
ahead.
91 to 89.
Yeah, remember mine is 98, 95. Remember I
I'm
told y'all that.
going, y'all. I'm going 100 to 95. That's what I got Pels on top, and I'm gonna go ahead and say CJ McCollum is my MVP of this
Hey man, I
game,
like
y'all.
that.
I think CJ has been playing really well in these two games,
Oh
and
yeah,
we
yes he
haven't
has.
talked about him enough. So I'm
He's been
liking
playing
CJ
like the
in this
leader
one.
that he is. Yes, he has. I
Oh
was at
yeah.
that game, the last game
I
at
mean
home, and he
he had
played
12
well
points
that
last
night.
game. He
Hey,
played 12. He
and I
had 12.
wanted to ask
I
you
mean, don't
that
act
too.
like he had 12 points. He had 12 points, man. Don't stop it. Uh
I wanted to ask you that too. On like, how is the atmosphere in there, man? Hey, is they getting it rowdy in there, man?
They got some
When I know
passionate
you and
fans on that
Jordan down
building.
there.
They got some passionate fans on that building. I know the people we were around, they were cheering and clapping and yelling out in the game. People love the Pelicans, man. Despite what people say, they love the Pelicans in that arena. No doubt
That's
about it.
what, that's what we love to hear here, man. That's what we
That's
love to
what we
hear,
love
man.
to hear.
Hey,
Inside
hey,
Henry
man, New Orleans
Richards.
got to keep supporting them, man. Keep this going for these Pelicans, man, because they deserve it, man, just as much as the Saints do, man. So y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and buy y'all out, man. Y'all
Henry,
enjoy the
tell
game.
All right,
my future play. Henry,
Zion with a triple double. Zion
Hen-
triple double. I called it.
Henry, tell my
Yeah.
future. Henry, tell my future little point guard, the new Lynn Sanity. Tell that little baby.
Hey man, he up in there playing with his Wilson basketball right now.
Hey, man,
Man, I
that could be
got
the
him. Don't
next.
worry.
That could be the next little CP3 right
Man, I
there.
got him.
Nah,
I got him. We up in there
that's
passing the
Chunk
ball
Lee.
right
That's
now. And he
Insanity.
ain't 11 months.
That's Lynn.
That's
That's
what I'm
Jeremy
talking
Lynn.
about. That's what I'm talking
Go get
about,
it, son.
baby.
Go get it, baby. Go get it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look, y'all enjoy the game, man.
All
Doggone it.
right.
I'm gonna hit a hoop that on three. 1, 2, 3. Hoop
Who that?
Who's
that!
Who
that?
Hoop
Go
that!
Pelicans.
that?